Morning, morning, morning. Welcome back to the Patient Man channel, Chrisso's Gym Sessions. Right, today we're going to start off with some bench press. Not really a bench presser normally. I love my dumbbells, but again, I want to try to focus on this being challenging for me. So start off with some warm-ups, sets. I've already lost a part of my microphone. I don't know where the magnet's gone. One job, I just can't focus. Anyway, cues for bench pressing. I'm sure there'll be 1,000 people out there who will want to pick this apart. Go nuts. What I do for bench press is lay down. Now, I know you might think this is stupid, but I'm doing an exercise, clinical exercise physiology degree. And I have seen people who, not just students, but some students and even people who have lifted for years, to not even know where to bring the bar, how to set up. So anyway, it is what it is. What I do for my shoulder length, you've got the corrugations here, these little grips. I'll put the tip of my thumb on each one, drive my thumb out like that, and that usually gives me a pretty good fit to where my shoulders, where it's a good position for me to go to. Now, I pull my shoulder blades together and come down, try to bring my arms down on a 45 and just where it's comfortable. People are going to have different ranges because we're not the same. Whatever feels comfortable. I've got quite a deep chest, so for me to come down to my chest, if I really sit my chest up, I'll lose a lot of range of movement. So that's just what it is. I'm pushing up. Driving those feet through the ground to keep yourself stable is really, really important. Keep your bum on the deck. Breathe in, breathe out. And that's us. They're the simple cues, I think. Rightio. So, sets and reps today for this bench. I think I will be going, I'll go 4 working sets at we'll go 4 reps. 4 reps is, it's all right. I'm still warming up. And like I said, it's really interesting how your neurological adaptation to a movement with dumbbells, that movement of dumbbells, I have to stabilize myself a lot more, but I'm a lot more stronger, I believe, in that movement than with a fixed bar. It just doesn't feel right for me. So, and I know a lot of injuries are caused on barbells, and there's a lot of negative to it. There's a lot of positives to it. It just depends on what you want to do and what's safe at the end of the day. All right, another 4. Locking feet in, firm on the ground, shoulder blades back, arms picked. Let's go. 4, we're going to do some speed, not too fast, just. Right, feeling pretty good. Today's check-in, how I'm feeling. I had a sleepover last night at my client's house. I do disability support, one of the most amazing jobs in the world. I will do a clip on it one day about how much it's a beautiful thing. So I had a pretty good sleep considering. Nutrition this morning, haven't eaten yet, so I'm a fasted beast. It's not normally what I do, but it's all right. I'll survive. I've got plenty of stores. And nervous system, Really good, feeling really good actually. So we'll see how we go. I reckon if I can get to 100 kilos on this and do 4 reps nice and clean, I'll be happy. That's a good start to this little powerlifting power program that I'm doing. All right. All right, okay. Thumbs, even it up, thumbs, core, bum, arms, shoulder blades, drive. All right. All right, we're firing. Now again, like I said the other day when I was doing my trap bar deadlifts, I'm not going to be going for any records because my body is adapting to this, sorry. So I'm not trying to lift for everyone's ego or myself. I'm just here to have a go. Isn't it fun? I'll bench press, it's interesting. What I might do is, this will be my last warm-up set, and then I'll get into my workings at 100 kilos. See how I go. We're in it for the long game, not the short game. I'm just neurologically waking up things. And it's waking up. Morning. Okay, all the cues. Feet locked, core locked, shoulder blades back, fingers measured up, bars ready to go. Okay. Okay. I think Hunji will be good today. I think Hunji will be the one. What do you prefer? Put it in the comments. I'd love to know. As I've said many a times on this channel, that there is no right and wrong. As long as it's safe and you're not hurting yourself or not putting yourself in a position where you are going to get injured, you're doing things right. Can you tweak things? Of course you can. But if you're starting off, or if you're trying to get a new movement, don't go try to break records, just get it done. Now, even when I was a bodybuilder, I think 3 plates each side was probably the most overdone. Yeah, it would have been. I don't think I ever got to 4. But the different hypertrophy training is different. Time under tension. So this will be good. I'm looking forward to this. A bit more speed stuff and a bit more power stuff, and then still also overlaying a little bit of hypertrophy because I really enjoy that part of it. I enjoy shortening my rest times and getting a real good sweat out sometimes if I'm doing something, but I'm still focusing on power. I'm always going to start my sessions with power because that's the freshest I'll be neurologically. So that's always going to be the case. Let's go. So peaceful. Yeah, tell me. Oh, I've asked before. I just forgot what I asked you, but dumbbells, cables, whatever it is to train chest. What do you enjoy the most? All right, I reckon this is going to be a challenge for me. So let's see how we go. Just got to think speed, power. Here we go. Oh, yes. that was okay. See how I'm slowing, see how that rep slowed down, but how it was sort of really struggling to push up. I'll probably stay there, because if I go another 10 kilos each side, or maybe even a 5, I don't want my reps to be slow. I don't want to have that sticking point. I want to be fresh enough where I'm throwing it, where it's really quick and I don't have too many stick zones for this part of my program. So that was pretty good. I'm happy with that. So we'll go 100 today and we'll leave that at that. And we'll do it. So I've done my 1 working set, another thrice to go. What's the go with YouTube and music? Like, can I play music, or do I have to be, anyway, let me know anyway. I know I've seen and heard people say that you have to have something, or they'll cancel you or whatever they do. But I just love music, hey? Especially when I'm at the gym. But this has actually taught me, because I got to interact with you guys, it's actually taught me a different facet of training, which is just chill out, which is also nice. Birds singing outside. Birds singing. All right. Another 4. Good speed. Let's go. That's good. I think by the end of this 4th one, it'll be starting to slow down probably to the right amount. So I've picked a good weight there. I'm happy with that. I'm still controlling the eccentric. It might seem like I'm dropping it, but I'm still controlling it down and then pushing it up. I'm trying to avoid my technique of squeezing, stretching, because that's more hypertrophy based. This is about getting that bar and getting that weight moving. So getting that force production. What do you think when you go to the gym? What's your most important thoughts? What do you come out of the gym thinking? Does it change your pattern, your thinking pattern when you go in and come out? What is it for you what do you get out of the gym? I know public gyms are so hard because it's just hard to focus. There's so much stimulus going on, people and this and that, and it's overwhelming. But it is a community. It is what it is. It's a beautiful community. I always leave the gym feeling very just satisfied. It's not a deep feel. It's just a real knowing of like you've done what you have said you're going to do today, and you give yourself a bit of a psychological pat on the back. It's nice. It is nice. All right, let's go. Another 4. Let's go, Chrisso. Let's go. Oh yeah. It's actually feeling a bit better now. Starting to move a little bit better. Starting to move a bit better. I need that magnet back. I can't deal. Chrisso's gym sessions barefoot. Breaks every OH&S rule. Whatever it is. Maybe I can talk about my job right now. I'll give you an insight. So I'm a disability support care worker. This job has probably been one of the biggest changes in my life. It has given me insight to how people with disabilities function day to day, and how you should never do something so you can reflect on it to make yourself feel better, but how blessed we are to be able to be fully functioning and whatever it may be. It's the best job I've ever had, ever. I've done every construction job, I've done gym jobs, I've done so many different jobs in my life. Hundreds of jobs in all sorts of weird stuff. And nothing has ever felt so home to me than being able to help someone just fulfill a daily task. I don't know how that gets me excited, but there's just watching their face and how much they love you helping them, and also days where they want to kill you, they want to chase you, they want to hit you, they want to whatever they want to do, you know. They're just raw emotion. There's no filter. And I love that, especially with the stuff I'm doing. I love it. Rightio, last working set, sharp, Chris. Okay. Let's think fast here, okay? Let's think fast. That was fast enough. All right. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful job. It really is. If you're a person who loves helping, loves making people feel loved, it's a really important job. I know it's got a bit of a bad stigma, but as far as, sorry, I better clarify that. It's got a bad stigma as far as how much you can get paid an hour with no real experience and or qualifications. Now, I would have never had the opportunity to do this if there was restrictions and there was certain things you had to fit. So I'm not going to complain on that side of it, but think about how important, just think about it instead of me talking about it, think about how important it would be to the person with a disability to have someone who can be emotionally regulated themselves, have structure, discipline, and be able to show that person and make that person with a disability feel comfortable to be able to live their daily functions without feeling attacked or projecting. It's such a huge responsibility. You are helping someone live their life. When I feel like that is such a big responsibility. And it's very much forgotten about. I think people just go for a paycheck, which I go for a paycheck too, don't get me wrong. But I pride myself on doing the best job I can and try my hardest to be able to get the participant to fulfill some of their dreams. Does it always work? No. Is it frustrating? Yeah, really frustrating. That program I was telling you about, how I'm doing things I don't like doing, this is the one I don't like doing. But for you guys, you've inspired me to want to do it. I'll be honest, you haven't inspired me to do it. I just know pull-ups, chin-ups, whatever you want to call them. Overhand, underhand, all hands. I just have a real thing with it. So because I have a thing with it, you're going to come along with me in the experience of doing something I don't want to do for the greater cause. How much is that? Is that enough for me? Oh. I'm not going to go over the top because I know I just don't have the capabilities for this. So I'm going to go four sets of 4 with as good as form as I can give to myself. That's probably a bit light. I'm just not there yet. Let's go. 40, 47. All right. Stretch. What's something in the gym? What's something in the gym that you avoid that you know will benefit you somehow? I'm going to be a real dick. And guys, I'm going to say it, legs. You all hate training legs. And if you say you like training them, I'll be surprised. Legs is one of the most fascinating things. If you want to test out your mental psyche, train legs like a savage. The pain you can generate. But yeah, I mean, we're in a society that you wear. We're showing everyone what we've done. We go to the gym to not only feel good in ourselves, some people do it for their insecurities, some people do it for all sorts of reasons, but we go to the gym so we can show an external image of what we believe in. If you identify with it too much, that's when you have issues. Because eventually that will get taken away. Not taken away, it dissipates. But, you know, you see guys with little tiny shirts on and all that, that's great. They're showing the work they've got. And they've done, and it's not easy doing this stuff. It's really, really good. I'm so proud of men. I used to see other men who used to walk around and, you know, size you up and stuff. I used to see that as a threat. Now it gives me nothing more than enjoyment to see a man trying his hardest to be a better version of himself. It's great. Something we should all try and do, strive to do, whether it's the gym or it's psychology work, or if it's connection with other men or whatever it might be. Always good to try, keep always striving to be more. Right out, 4. How's me form, everyone? Come at me. It's in a bad spot. I think I'm doing them. I feel really good. I feel like they're connecting on the back. They're feeling nice. It's yeah. I didn't think I thought I was a lot worse than that. So, going to Chrisso. Now I want to gradually build this, and I want to get to a stage where I am not assisted at all. So it's a big goal for me. To some people it might be a good laugh, but that's okay. I'm okay with not being the best at everything. I'm okay with not being a shining star in people's lives. I've got more to give in life than just my physical appearance. The reason why I do these gym sessions is because I know I have certain and a fair bit of knowledge in most areas of the gym. So that's why I do that. Nothing better. Nothing better. Right, yeah. Let's go. Another 4. So these are my 2 power exercises today, and then I'm going to move into just a little bit of, might do some arms today. I haven't done arms in a bit. Because I've hit quite a fair bit of neurological fatigue, I will have. I'm going to focus a little bit more on lower weight, a bit more higher reps, some squeeze, and I'm not going to overdo it. By doing something like this and a compound movement and then going to do a little small bicep or something, you can do it, just don't go too hard to the point where I'm taxing tomorrow's energy. So I will understand when I'm ready to go, and that's enough for me. And you should know that as well. It's sort of just, you've got to manage yourself, manage that fatigue. That's what it's about, baby. Right. That's awesome. I'm happy with that. We're back, we're tracking. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Because we did chest, which uses, it's a compound movement, we'll use your triceps as well. I'll do some lighter triceps and a little bit more intense on the biceps. What I will start with will be, I actually don't know, so I'm going to pick one. I'm just going to I'll keep this pattern going. I'm not going to stop for too long, otherwise that'll be the end of me. Just some quick ones here until I make a decision on what I want to do. How good is my mustache? I love it. I know there'll be people out there who'll call me all sorts of things. You know what I get called the most, which is kind of concerning, is Chopper. So no one really with this mustache that I know of is a positive influence, as far as I say positive influence, whatever, you have positive influences yourself, but I usually wear glasses. I have my little reading glasses. And my dad and my little brother told me I look like Jeffrey Dahmer with my glasses on. It's a hard world, isn't it? It's a hard world. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to just slowly creep the rack here. Just doing my standing single arms. Now I know you can do eccentrics. You can do this, you can do that, you can do 40 different angles. I like to keep it nice and simple. So, just nice time and attention. No breaking records. What have we got here? So this is only a 15, right? Most people hit 15s like they're going out of fashion, so. Slow and controlled. Everyone's got a dominant hand. I'm a right hand person, and my left obviously is a bit weaker, but shaped differently. So balance me out. So if I was doing full hypertrophy training for a competition, I would be coming in. Wouldn't be focusing too much on the big compounds. I'd be focusing more on my imbalances. So if I have the left bicep that doesn't peak as much, but my left tricep's big, I'll always make sure I focus my initial strength and my initial energy that I've got on the imbalance. Because you get your stimulus, you can really focus on it then, and you can really get into it. Like most people are quad dominant, hamstrings and glutes suffer, especially in bodybuilding. So I used to come in and I'd always train hamstrings first, hamstrings and glutes, because I always knew, and as you might see, I am much more of a quad dominant person than not. So hamstrings, still I always will lack, it's just the way it is. It might be my gait or just genetically, my dad had very big legs. So always work, if you're into aesthetics and you want to try to pinpoint it, But just remember, even bodybuilding, there is imbalances, how you hide it. If it's on stage, it's hiding those imbalances and bringing up your strengths. Everyone's got imbalances. All right, Zoosh. My wife told me I'm not allowed. I love watching Spanian. I think he's got the funniest content ever. I like it, it's enjoyable. But I sometimes pick up on his cues a bit too much and I'll walk around, that's a oosh. So, Spanian, thanks for giving me the diction. Right out, let's go. Alright, I'm going to keep pinging between a few in. Follow me. Just while the blood's in there, in the upper arm, we'll keep it going. Sometimes I'll just do this at the end of even my own, whatever weakness I want to work on. I won't go overly heavy, but I'll just get some volume into it and really fill it up full of blood, stretch it out. And yeah, nice and supplementary as well. Supplementary workout, that's what I do. Yikes. Forearms. Do you train forearms? This is one I like to ask people because everyone trains their calves, well, most people do. But do you train your forearms? I'm waiting. No. I do. I used to a lot when I was bodybuilding. I used to train mine a lot, and they actually became more dominant than my arms, and I had to stop. So I think it's really important. Grip strength is really important. It's obviously it's a measurement and well, they use it as a measurement for longevity now in some studies and in some protocols. But it is a really good tell whether you can hold something or grip something, because life isn't. That's what these are used for. So yeah, I think it's a good measurement. Shut up, Chris. Back to it. I'll do one more here, one more there, and then I'm going to go into some smaller isolations. And I reckon that'll do for the day. Oh, look, come on. Don't do it to me. There's a part of YouTube where you just rip your shirt off and tell everyone that you can do this in 10 weeks. You can't. You just can't. Do you want to? Probably not. Remember, the journey. Set the goal, enjoy the journey. Nothing wrong with goals. They're amazing. All right, let's wrap this one out a little bit. Damn, baby, a little bit. Squeeze. I'm happy with that. I probably got maybe 5 or 6 RIR, reps in reserve. If I was going to push that and go further, I'm putting myself in the position where I could be a bit more taxed, then tomorrow will not be a good day. I won't be as productive as today. Management, fatigue management, peoples. Fatigue management. I might do, everybody, singles. Just the old school way, inside of the leg, control it, no swing. I do this, I do a hanging bicep sometimes, like this, as a finisher, which is good, but I love just sitting in the suck with that. It's a nasty little hunch position where you can do it. It's good. I like it. And my triceps, I might do some push-ups. Got a bit. Some buys. And I'll do some push-ups. Nice, maybe closer. Now I tend to, when I'm coming down, when I get to that last portion, I'll slightly contract my tricep, just give it a little bit more sugar. Forces you. I'll shut it now. Love that. It's the burn of gods. Nothing more masculine than just doing this. It just reminds me of Anchorman when he walks in, 1001, 1002, deep burn. It's got to be one of the funniest things. Anyway. Does the camera follow me? Of course it does. Go DJI. A little bit closer than normal. Travel the elbows too. Still slow, nice and ouchies. Drive. Let's go. She's got 10 PSI in the biceps. She pumped up. Also check the time. Yeah. And ask a quick question. We'll do this one for question of the day for this gym session. Are you obsessed with what the scales say? Because there are so many variables to why your scale goes up, down, sideways, inside out. If you have a salty meal, the next day you pour water in to try to balance out the salt, you're going to swell up per se. It's not swelling up. And you can put another 4 to 5 kilos on your scale. If you're doing a ketogenic diet and you've got very low to no carbs, your weight will come down because you're not holding as much stored glycogen. So if you go and have a big shit, you could lose a couple 100 grams. Like Don't get too caught up in what the scale says. I would get more caught up if you want to be really stringent on yourself and if you want to be hard on yourself, it's not stringent. If you want to be hard on yourself and you do really, really care about what your physical body looks like dearly, then measurements with the tape, do your 7 points. Now, this one's really brutal, but skin fold test, if you want to get really technical. Skin fold tests are a good way of calling yourself out if you think you've got something covered. But don't always look at your scales. Use them as a reference, but make sure if you're going to get really into them, that you understand by writing down in a diary what your nutrition's been like the day before, and you'll be able to correlate how your body works with certain foods. Also, poor sleep. I used to find when I used to have quite poor sleep, my scales would go up through inflammation. So, wouldn't go up much, but poor sleep then comes poor eating habits and behaviours. So, sleep's very important. But, yeah, write a comment and tell me what you think about weighing yourself. What's your opinion on it? Do you believe it thoroughly, or are you a person who goes and gets a DEXA scan and gets really into it that way, more scientifically? Because none of them are wrong, but scales is a very, it's a good way to do it. But as long as you know what you're looking for, and as long as you don't disappoint yourself to a point where then you turn yourself off altogether or start shaming yourself. All right. Oh, hello. Morning. Now I only do partials to just tire out. Oh, that's it. All right. Feel good. Feel like I've worked. Strength. Worked on my weakness. Got a little pump for the wife when she comes home. It never works, but are you a person who identifies with scales? And if you are having trouble with it, and it is consuming your life, drop a comment below. I'm happy to talk to you on a private message about ways to be able to work around it, but be happy with what you are. Love who you are. I know it's easy to say that, but you are enough. And the fact that you might be in the gym watching this, or you might be at home and you go into the gym, like, you're doing what you need to do. So focus on things like just being a really good person. Give back, help people out, help yourself out. Love you all. Chrisso's gym session